Decorate, renovate, invigorate. Home with Lisa Quinn starts now.
Hi everybody, I'm Lisa Quinn. Welcome home. On today's show, how crafting can improve your home and your health. Plus, learn how to create a bedroom sanctuary and stop all that insomnia. Plus, plant tips for making your plants the most beautiful. But first, it's time to get organized with a little help from a pro.
This space should be a lot more usable than it is. Right now it's kind of a mishmash. It's the type of spot where you just dump everything when you come in the door.
Well, it's great because it's got doors, and I think that's what most people do. If something's got doors,
it's easy to hide stuff. And that can be great, but it also can be not so useful. This is actually a really big space. If we had the opportunity to put in a shelf, we could even do more.
Right.
But even with an open space like this, there's ways to divide it and do stuff with it that will be perfectly usable.
I find so many times that people have their stuff spread out all throughout the house. It makes it really difficult to use.
Right, and that's one of the things to keep in mind when you're creating a space like this. I think of it as the three keeps. You want to keep things close to where you're using them. You want to keep things accessible. And you want to keep on top of things so that they don't get out of control again.
So you don't end up looking like this.
Right, right. This is pretty typical. I see this a lot when I work with clients, is that it just kind of got out of control.
Sure.
And so you got to really keep on top of it.
Okay, so you're going to get started. Do you need me to help, or are you just going to let me step
Your help
out?
would be welcome.
I'm all here. Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to do is just move
We're going to pull everything out.
everything out. Let's get started.
Okay.
All right, Josh, we got everything out of here, which is a good start. But even maybe more important is you talked to the homeowner a little earlier about sort of what she wanted to see. What did you guys talk about?
Yeah, basically she really has a lot going on right now. She's a really busy mom and she has kids and they're in the process of rebuilding a new house in Redwood City, and so there's a lot of stuff to manage. And we want to use that space to help all those things stay in one spot.
So it was probably a matter of going through some of her stuff too, because there was a lot of stuff in here. Probably not all of it was even relevant.
Yeah, it's helpful, I would say, once every 6 months or so to really look at your stuff and take a look at what's there and make sure that what you're keeping in here is what we want to have in here.
How are we going to get started sort of rebuilding this space?
So I was thinking we would use this in zones. One would be for things that are coming in, which would be down here. Up here would be for things that are in process. So I worked with Erica and we looked at all of her files, the things that she was using all the time, and we put everything into one of these big file boxes, which is easy enough to move around and carry if she wants to go work on the kitchen counter or work in the living room with the kids.
Mobility, that's a great idea, as opposed to maybe a more traditional, heavy file cabinet.
I doubt that she's going to want to spend all her time in here going through the files. It's just not that much fun. And then we want a spot for everything that's going out, and this is for recycling. So as the new mail gets opened, right away she can drop it into the recycle bin.
Well, and how clever are you? Because this is probably recycled from something else. It's a little gift bag.
Yep. And this can be reused over and over. So we've got things coming in, we've got things being worked on, and things going out. And then all the supplies are now down here.
Oh, let's see what you got.
The checkbook for paying the bills, the writing implements.
Oh, and you've put like a divider just in a regular drawer.
Right.
I find these to be so helpful.
This is so great because in a big drawer, it can become a jumble really quickly, and the sooner that you divide it, the easier it is to keep.
Well, everybody's got that junk drawer, and I know most people have like 5 or 6 junk drawers, and you're trying to find the scissors, and you're digging through stuff, so the dividers are the way to go.
For the frequently used things like a calendar for the kids' school, or if there's after-school activities, or even phone lists, that could go right here, right so that it's accessible when she opens the door.
Now, are you going to screw into her nice antique Chinese drawer there?
I didn't want to screw into the antique. I just thought we would use double-stick tape.
Oh, I love double-stick tape. Yeah. And then that way it isn't as permanent. And
and it can come off.
Not as damaging.
Exactly, exactly.
So it doesn't look like this really cost a lot of money either to make these big changes.
No, this is maybe $10. These are maybe $10 each. And even if you have no money, you can still get organized just by going through your stuff. Weeding through the papers, for instance, makes a huge difference. So it doesn't have to cost a cent.
See how easy that was? Now you have no excuse for going and straightening up your own home. Up next, meet the craft practitioners, 2 women who are going to help you with your home and your life. And later, plant growing tips to help your garden bloom.